What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Madden 17 NFC team ratings. We're going to be going through all the team ratings in the NFC right now, which have been released by EA Sports. Okay, the Carolina Panthers are coming in as 87 overall. 91 overall offense, 87 overall defense. We all know that, I believe, in my opinion, that the Carolina Panthers, they overachieved last year. I'm not knocking Cam Newton. I'm not knocking, I'm still pissed that he didn't dive into the pile, but I'm not knocking him. As far as everything he did for a wonderful MVP season, that was great. But at the end of the day, I don't know why you didn't dive into that pile. Like, bro, it's very, very few people that's going to have that opportunity to play in the Super Bowl. So we have to make sure that that we're able to do the right thing when we get there. And like I said, every time anybody that signs up for football knows, I played football. You sign up, you know it's a risk, bro. You cannot say that you thought that it would risk injury and all that BS in the Super Bowl. That was my only major pet peeve. But I still love me some Cam Newton. But that's a problem that look, he's gonna have to win a Super Bowl, and even after he wins the Super Bowl, people are gonna still bring it up because it's just like the nowadays athletes are too bougie or whatever, prima donnas. That's the mindset that these old school NFL players have when they look at these new guys. You can't really touch them. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's such a difference when you talk about the greats: Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Barry Sanders. O.J. Simpson, even though he murdered his wife. These guys really played the game at its most violent point. And, it's just, you wouldn't hear anybody saying anything like that at that time. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't hear Bo Jackson say, yo, I'm not going to go head up with this guy or whatever because I thought my neck's going to break. And that's my only problem with that, man. But I still, I got love for Cam Newton, man. But it was very, very, it was discerning to me. Coming in number 2, Green Bay Packers. Listen, as long as you got Aaron Rodgers on that team, you're good. They got, some of the, I think they got rid of James Jones. They still got some of the offensive weapons. I know Jordy Nelson's coming back. I like the way the Green Packers look coming in at number 2. It makes sense to me. Seattle Seahawks, I'm really worried about Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about Russell Wilson because he's too busy with the Sierra BS. Him and Future Son is calling him daddy. All this kind of stuff like that. I'm really starting to have issues with that. Let's see how it plays out because I know their defense, pretty much their defense is what everything is about in Seattle. He just has to do the minimal stuff and they could be successful. Arizona Cardinals, these guys right here, they just gave Tyrann Mathieu an extended deal. I really like where this is going. I have to wait and see if I really want to put them in as my Super Bowl favorites. But as we stand right now, Carson Palmer is still that quarterback, and I don't like him at quarterback. I know you guys are going to say, yeah, bro. Listen, the guy, whenever the pressure's on, the guy gets so freaking shrunk. Like, it's like genitalia, male genitalia in very, very cold weather. The man shrinks, bro, under pressure. I don't like it. I think he's the problem. You guys can say whatever you want to say about that. The Dallas Cowboys, half their defense is suspended because they can't stay off the weed. If Tony Romo stays healthy, they have a chance to go someplace, even without that defense being as stout. But more than likely, Tony Romo's going to miss a couple games this year. I'm not wishing anything bad on him. I'm just saying, I really, really believe he's going to be out at least one game this season. I think Ezekiel Elliott could be one possibility to be in the talk for Rookie of the Year behind that beastly offensive line, but we have yet to see about that. The Detroit Lions, Calvin Johnson has retired. I don't really trust Matthew Stafford. That's all I can really say about it. Again, no hate for the city of Detroit. I love you guys. You know what I'm saying, bro? But I'm going to tell you this right now. Matthew Stafford is your quarterback. New York Giants, Victor Cruz is back. We got, OBJ, he got cleated in practice recently, but I do like their chances in the NFC East because the NFC East stinks. So I'm not really worried about it, bro. The Giants are still going to possibly be a contender, and that's just the way it's going to be. Philadelphia Eagles, they have a lot to prove. They're pretty much rebuilding themselves after the Chip Kelly debacle. We have to see what's going to happen with it. I really don't know where to go with this squad right now. I have to wait a little bit to see before I actually make any judgments about it. But I like their offensive talent. I really do. I like their wide receivers, and I like where they're headed. They got a couple key guys on defense. We'll see how that works out. The New Orleans Saints, I'm not really sure what's going on with Drew Brees. He wants a contract extension. I think that he's on the downslide of his career. I know guys are going to say, what do you mean, blah, blah, blah. Listen, let me just explain something to you. You don't get any younger. You get older. Last season was okay, whatever like that, but the defense is too weak, and they're expecting too much out of Drew Brees. He doesn't really have a lot of things to rely on as far as offensively, except for Brandon Cooks. And I think that once they game plan for him, the offense is pretty much going to be a regular fundamental thing where dudes can attack them more precisely. I have yet to see, but I'm not really impressed with what I've been seeing from the Saints. Atlanta Falcons, they had a great start off of a great season last year and collapsed. Why? Matty Dry Ice. The dude's arm is too weak. He has a guy in... Listen, Julio Jones is a monster. You put Julio Jones with Tom Brady, Tony Romo, Cam Newton possibly, and it's a whole different story. When your quarterback can't get you the ball deep, it's a problem. Why do you guys think that Culpepper was able to get away with so much in Minnesota? Randy Moss, all he had to do was be able to throw the ball deep. The guy really had no deep accuracy. He just know, oh, he's on that side of the field, I'm going to throw it as far as I can on the right side. Oh, he's on that side of the field, I'm going to throw it that way. Oh, Chris Carter's there, I'm going to throw it short right there. Very, very simple time for Culpepper, bro. And if the Giants didn't beat them in that championship game, they would have won a Super Bowl. And Randy Moss should have won it with the Patriots too, but that's another story. Minnesota Vikings. Look, Teddy Bridgewater, I think that he has potential. I do think that right now he's still a game manager. You know, in my humble opinion. You know, he takes risks, he runs, he does stuff like that. I was very impressed with him last year, but he has to give me a little bit more. He has to be a little bit more explosive. That's what I'm asking for. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but I'm very, very objective and, I'm honest with what I see, bro. You know, the guy made certain plays, but he's very, very conservative. And on a team like Minnesota where you have Adrian Peterson, you got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to take some risks, bro. You got to take some risks, some play action, things like that. We'll see what happens right there. I don't know how the kicker is returning for another season after he missed that kick in the playoffs, but it is what it is. The Washington Redskins, I don't know if Kirk Cousins is going to ever have a season like he had last season, but I have to wait and see. I have to wait and see, bro. Listen, he's betting on himself with the franchise tag. You know what I'm saying? You got Josh Norman on D, which everybody's like, yeah, he's going to be getting burnt. He's getting burnt in practice by Garcon. I can't wish bad for any athlete. You know what I'm saying? These guys are the best top tier people in the world. That's why they're on the teams. The guy got his money. I wish him the best. You know, if he gets burnt, I'm going to be all over his ass. I'm a real, I'm a real person when it comes to how to dictate it. You know what I'm saying? I can't be a commentator that's going to be like, oh yeah, I really like that guy. But no, I have to be objective. And that's what I'm being. I wish him the best. If he goes out there and pulls a Nnamdi Asomugha when he went to the damn Eagles from the Raiders, I'm going to be on his ass. But he got his money, and I'm very, very happy for him. And I hope he just goes out there and he trains even harder to prove that he's the #1 corner in the NFL. The Los Angeles Rams, Jeff Fisher's your coach. Good luck. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going to happen, but Jameis Winston, he has to step up this year. You know, you got Mike Evans out there. You got some big boys. You got Doug Martin. Listen, man, it's time to start making some plays. Defensively, they got a couple key guys. We'll see what happens with that, but I'm not really rooting for anything. I'm not going to say I'm not going to root. You know, I support my young athletes, but I'm not going to say that they're going to do anything. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're going to, they're not a sleeper team. Is what I'm saying to you guys. San Francisco 49ers, Chip Kelly's there now to F this things up too. I don't know what's going to happen. This guy's saying that Blaine Gabbert's probably going to be a starter. I don't even want to hear anything else about this. Chip Kelly has a lot to prove, bro. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing to say about that. And coming in, number 16, the last team, Chicago Bears. Jay Cutler's your quarterback. Good luck with that. This is my review of the NFC teams for Madden 17. If you guys want to see my reviews for the AFC teams, leave a like and let me know, bro. Leave it in the comments. Let me know if you want me to review the AFC teams for Madden 17. Definitely subscribe, share it. I'll see you guys later, man. One love.